What's up, peeps? Today we're going to be doing a Rp5 Backplate. Looked all over the internet. No one's really doing this, so I'll show you how to install it. All it is these 4 screws right here. You pop it off, put the new one on, screw it in. Alright, here's the Rp5. Looks beautiful. Nice little case there. Mine, I have factory cracks here. When I got mine, it had that little crack. Don't know how it happened because I baby my Rp5 and this little crack down here. I have no idea how this happened. I did not drop it. So let's put this on. Brand new. So in the pack, you'll get this little screwdriver. Comes with that. It comes with this little prying tool here. And it also comes with 4 screws, but I'm not even going to use those. I'm just going to use the screws that I take right out of the Rp5. These 4 holes are the screw holes. Go ahead and take the screws out and don't lose them, please. And be careful putting pressure up on that screen there. You don't want to crack that front plate. I was actually, when I was snapping the back plate onto this thing, after I had the screws, kind of scared that I was going to crack that front screen plate there. It was kind of sketchy. The sides of the back plate did not want to snap on very easily. So let's just get these screws out of here and I'll show you what I mean here. Get this last one here with this tiny screwdriver. Alright, so now I thought it would just pop off. That's not the case. You gotta pry this thing right under each trigger and you can see it, but just that little gap. You want to put that wedging tool in there. Be careful not to bend up your edges of your console here. Just wedge it in there and kind of glide it across that crack, and you'll start hearing cracking noises of it releasing the tabs. And you'll just slide it in there. Get it in there though. Get it. Just keep sliding it, and you'll get those cracks. One more little snap. Bang. There we go. Good to go. Now, if you pry it and wedge your thumb in there, it's gonna hurt a little bit. But right here on the side, you can see it just gives you enough room here to wedge your thing inside there. That didn't sound good. But wedge your tool inside there and slide that thing down the edge right there. You're going to hear a bunch of snaps. Once you have that side snapped, turn it over and keep going down to that side right there. Just keep going down it. You want to follow that all the way down. Keep it snapping, you know. You'll hear a bunch of popping noise. Just keep going down that whole seam. Follow it all the way down till you get to the very end on the other side. And just follow that line. A bunch of more snaps, and you should be good to go. Thing pops right off of there. Look at that. Beautiful. Now let's set this to the side over here. I never actually seen the inside of this thing. I was too scared to take mine apart. Even with the Rp5 Pocket 4 Pro, I never took mine apart. But just to give you a little visual here, that's what it looks like. Alright. Now, to get this thing on here, it's going to be a challenge. You're going to snap this part should be easy. All this right here. This right here is the problem. This is like the toughest part to get on there. You really got to put some pressure on it, and it's almost sketchy. I feel like it's going to crack the front plate. This is the easy part. Snap it, snap it, snap it. All good to go. And when you get back over to this end again, this last end is a yatch. It is hard to do. So hard to get in there. It's scary. I feel like I'm going to crack the front of it. So you really need to do it a certain way. And I had to put pressure down and in. So in and down at the same time. And it ended up going right in there and snapping in. But you got to put that in and down pressure. And as soon as I did that, it happened to snap right in there. Go ahead and close up your TF card slot. And this is what the bad boy looks like. Honestly, you don't even need screws. That thing's on there so good. But you can see right there, it's not all the way on that corner. So we're going to put the screws back in this thing, you know, just to be safe. And I just used the ones that I pulled right out of this thing. I did not use the screws that came with it. Don't tighten this thing down too hard. Maybe that's the reason why my back plate from factory was cracked, because they tightened the screws way too tight maybe. And it just put too much pressure on that cheap plastic, and it just cracked it. I'm barely snugging these things. It's got plenty of snap on there anyways. That thing ain't coming off unless you drop it. And if you drop it, your screen is completely screwed. So it doesn't matter at that point. So just lightly screw these in. Keep it light. You don't want to damage it after you just did all that work to get that on there. And you can see that little crack just closed up. So we're good to go now. The thing looks pretty sick. Would be cooler if I could figure out how to put some LEDs in that. But that's it, man. Look at that thing. That thing's pretty spiffy. Let's turn it on. Make sure I didn't crack my screen here. That would suck. Man, that screen is so beautiful. This phone does no justice, but it is so nice. Look at that thing. Look at those lights. Let's go ahead and change those lights. Let's change them to the same color as, well, relatively the same color as our backplate. That should be good. That's fine. Update, sure. Keep that thing updated. You know what I mean? So let's go look at some, look at that screen. Let's look at some games. That screen is so vivid and bright. Man, I love it. And these are all just, basic consoles. Got plenty of ROMs on there. Under each category. One Switch game. Those are a little bit more hard to come by, but let's show you some GameCube. Yeah, some Crash Bandicoot. 3 times resolution. That's the thing too. This thing is way more powerful than that Rp5 Pocket 4 Pro. It runs PS2 games way better. 3DS games way better. And I can actually put this up to 3 times resolution on most games. On the Rp5 Pocket 4 Pro, I only had it at 2 times resolution. And it was still giving me problems. So I can always turn this back down to 2 times if any games are stuttering, and it should run fine. I mean, this thing is just beautiful looking. Look at it. Look how clear that is. Since when do you play freaking GameCube games and make them look like that, dude? I got a GameCube at the house, and it doesn't look anything like that. I get it. It's because it's on those TVs, and they're stretching the pixels and blah, blah, blah. But this is just... Look at that. That looks like it's a brand new game that just came out. It's freaking insane. I love it, though. This thing is amazing. I can't complain. I'm just scared to damage it with that whole glass front. Gotta be very careful. Baby this thing. Look at this, though. Look how smooth this game is running. It's so nice, and it looks so good. I love it. It's so nice. Alright. Let's just show you real quick. Look at that thing. That thing is sick. I like it. I'm satisfied. I maybe should have did the blue one instead of the green one, but still looks beautiful. It's a little darker than I would expect too. Look at that. That is just crispy, clean. I mean, even PS2 games are running so smooth. This thing is... I'm no expert at Crash, so don't judge me. But this is amazing. I just wanted to show you real quick, so... But I will let you guys go. That's it, man. You can see it wasn't too hard. It was a little scary with how hard you had to press against the screen and while you're trying to put that backplate on. But nonetheless, it looks beautiful. No more cracks. Don't over tighten it. And if you're scared you're going to crack your screen, just be gentle. Alright, that's it. Mod Monster out.